Where am I?
The dungeons beneath Inverness, once home to avarice kings who thought they were superior to all.
Who's within? Show yourself. Coward.
Welcome home, my dear lady.
It couldn't be. Appearing to me once again like the ghost of Caesar. Avarice kings, I can fathom why you're here.
To accommodate my prisoner, of course.
The Avarice kings.
Yes.
Nice try, my lord, but I'm not a king. Nor sovereign at all.
Yet you displayed such avarice qualities to achieve your tragic reign.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. This is all a nightmare-induced dream, my lord. I can feel it. There never was a dungeons beneath Inverness, home to the Avarice kings. And even if there were, I don't belong there. I've changed.
You've changed? So there's no need for compensation. No need to punish the sweet lady because she's changed. Have you gotten away with the worst of it just because you've changed? You are your past. You can never alter a foolish origin.
But I can change what could be a foolish conclusion. At least I'm not the one who attacked the king with ceiling beams.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Before I confessed to Malcolm, the ceiling suddenly collapsed in on him. You could have killed him if I hadn't intercepted. You wanted to frame me.
I had no part in that.
Yes, you did. You're the one who hates Malcolm.
I don't particularly hate Malcolm. He only gets in the way. His demise would only be a bonus.
Of course. It's Macbeth you hate.
Well, whoever's bright idea that sabotage was, they truly are one to admire.
But I just don't understand who.
I can think of one candidate for the deed.
Who?
You'd be surprised.
Stayed!
Why the eagerness? Hadn't you and Malcolm not agreed that it's better to be ignorant in order to be protected from something that would destroy your happiness forever?
That's exactly what we pledged.
Well, let's just say, sometimes kindred are more malicious than meets the eye.
Tom! This is all a dream. I won't believe anything you propose.
And who is in control of this dream? This isn't a lucid dream.
You are, my lord. You are in control, but I will not be afraid of you. I will not yield to cower before your malice.
How cute.
I invented your malice. If it weren't for my corruption, your malice would be nothing. It's myself I'm afraid of. This battle is with my past, not you.
My malice and your past are two pieces of the same pie.
You're right. But this battle has been won. Whether you haunt me nightly or flood my vision, I will not fall to your folly. My lord, please, make it stop.
Feel the pain I felt as I watched your failure. You have failed, my lady. You have failed everything that once brought you success.
When will you move on from me? Why do you keep me and cause me such pain?
The only pain you're feeling is from yourself. You are going to suffer for the rest of your life just because you were foolish enough to change your heart. A heart that is now too weak to cope with the guilt of murder.
And I realise that. This guilt hurts more than childbirth. More than kidney stones. To think I used to consider myself as having a high tolerance to pain.
You have brought this guilt upon yourself. I have only been trying to free you from this pain so that you don't have to suffer. You have chosen to live in agony. I had chosen to aid you out of this, but you so foolishly declined.
You're asking me to bring more harm to others in order to mitigate the feeling of remorse. Nice try, my lord, but that's not going to work for me. Do you really love me? Do you really care? Or are you just trying to use me to satisfy your vengeance?
That's for you to decide.
The way I see it is that you're mad at Macbeth for being there for me when you couldn't. Or wouldn't.
Remember that I was long gone before he decided to take you in like you were a stray cat.
If you had been there for me from the start, he wouldn't have needed to.
Isn't he practically asking you to marry him by now?
What? Marry his cat?
Marry his mistress.
I can't be his mistress if his wife is dead. Because of you.
I realized. I just wanted to see you bring that up.
So you admit that you rejoice in my wrath. You probably don't even care about my happiness or even your vengeance. You just want to see me angry. You're probably bored and Tartarus and think that since I'm the only one you can communicate with, that you should come down and annoy me. Oh, thank you, Thane of Cawdor, for ruining everything. What's it like in Tartarus?
Who said either of us were going to Tartarus?
Then what actually happens in the afterlife?
If I truly wanted you to suffer the rest of your life, I would have given you that divine knowledge many moons ago. Unless that's what you want, of course.
No. All I want is for us to be at peace with one another, even if only in a fantasy. But I know that will never be possible. We're polar opposites. We collide too much.
And you see me as the callous demon, and yourself as the angel. At this point, flattering your vanity.
I'm far from the good Samaritan I yearn to be, but I will get there eventually. But our conflict must end tonight. Please, my lord, let's leave our faults behind and not endure pain in each other's presence any longer.
Good Samaritan, you do have far to go now, don't you, Jezebel?
My lord, you can never change my perspective, no matter how much you manipulate me. I was the one who seduced you first. I taught you everything you know about temptation. You cannot use it on me.
Exactly! Once a potent temptress, and now a hypocritical renegade.
And once an admired soldier, but now a vengeful tyrant. I learned that I'd never be able to change your views when I try to persuade supernatural beings assumed as witches to use their magic for good. We must end our conflict tonight. We could keep arguing like this for all eternity.
I could keep arguing with you like this for all eternity.
You need to accept that you will get nothing out of it. This is what's making me suffer. I can live with my guilt, if that's what will persuade me to be charitable, compassionate, honest, loyal. And of course, not to kill people. Only then can I feel mirth and euphoria.
Is it worth it, though? Only to return to your futile position of cowering under the wing of a mentally unstable 21-year-old who's expected to run the entirety of Scotland? Sleep no more, my lady. Sleep no more unless the nightmares of our conflict are what you truly desire for the rest of your life.
No. Your propaganda is no more when the nightmares are perpetually in the dreamer's control. So heed a lady's proposal. Nirvana a sinner can reach should they seek mercy. Forgiveness lies inside repentance, which promises fulfillment.
The promises are weak. In a society like your own, not everyone will be willing to forgive you. Accept this as reality, and don't come lamenting to me when you get punished for things you do.
That's because lust for vengeance still blinds the ever-seeing remorse. One day, I know things will be different. Take the blossom as a parting gift. Now you truly look like the innocent flower, but are the serpent under it.
An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth.
An eye for a tooth?